So these food guidelines are pretty important because a lot of the advice we give is based on them. And you mentioned the pyramid. We think it was upside down before. So this is the appropriate pyramid that you should be looking at.
I think alcohol has taken more lives than fentanyl. So I have a problem that you guys have taken away specifics and made it so general that it's based on the interpretation that the weakest link can define.
We wrestled over this a lot, Harvey. As you know, Secretary Kennedy goes to Alcoholics Anonymous every single morning. I know that because I go on vacation with him. He does not miss. And he believes, as folks who have had problems with substance use, that he needs that experience to reground them every single day. And I've, as a physician, dealt with the ravages of alcoholism. The question that becomes, what is the best recommendation for the average person? If you're an alcoholic, you shouldn't drink any alcohol ever, period. Obviously, diagnosing yourself as having that problem often requires a very treacherous trip to rock bottom. And we're all, many of us watching now, have friends or relatives who've had that challenge. But for the purpose of the guidelines, the goal is to do the best thing for the American people, for the average American person. And so the thought that we had was to say, listen, they used to have this sort of make-believe, 2 drinks for men, 1 drink for women. That was based, by the way, on the fact that men metabolize alcohol more efficiently. So the same amount of alcohol does affect women more than men. But that was made up. That was marketing. Harvey and Charles, like so much of the old upside-down food pyramid, it was driven by marketing budgets of companies who made those products. And so if you actually look at the data on alcohol, there is no data that drinking alcohol makes you healthier, except for the fact that it does allow you to spend time with other people in meaningful ways. It tends to draw people together around celebration. And so if you feel that that ritual helps you enjoy time with your friends, then there is a health benefit. In fact, of all the things we can say about food, maybe the most important thing I'll say on this interview, there's nothing healthier than having a good time with people you care about, as long as no one gets hurt.
When you set an arbitrary 1 drink for a woman, 2 drinks for a man per day, at least you're putting guardrails in. And by not putting guardrails in, you're telling people who don't know they're going down the road that you got to watch it because you're about to crash. And I think you've taken that away.
Well, I think based on the guidelines, you should be drinking less than 2 drinks for men and 1 for women. It should be less. It should be a very small periodic celebration in your life. That's why in the press conference, I pointed out that you shouldn't be having it for breakfast. That's not a literal admonition for having alcohol for breakfast, but if you're having alcohol by yourself for breakfast, you got a problem. The whole point is to only use it as part of something that serves as a social lubricant, and it should be used judiciously and as little as possible.